What's up, deckheads? Welcome back to MTG with me. It's the Gainswalker. Today I'll do another arena cube draft. I think I'll stick with traditional. That was kind of fun. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay. First glance here. I mean, you're in Sky Nomad. People love that one. I don't see anything too amazing here. Noxious Gearhawk. I've seen some people use that. 5/4 menace for 6. Pretty specific mana cost. Felidar Retreat, 4-drop landfall. So it creates creatures, but +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Is every time you put a land in. It's only a 4 CMC. That might be the one we go for. That one's pretty solid. Legion's Landing, 1-drop. 1/1 vampire with lifelink. When you attack with 3 or more, transform it, and you can pump out vampires with lifelink for 3. That's kind of cool. Let's see. Selfless Spirit, sack. Give your creatures indestructible. We saw that. It's a solid 2-drop 2 on flyer. That could be useful too, but I think Felidar Retreat is probably better. Maybe like build a Selesnya deck, lands entering the battlefield, that kind of thing. What's this guy? Top 3 cards of your library, reveal a creature, put it in your hand. That's not bad. Makes creature spells cheaper. Kind of a werewolf thing. We'll hope to see that come back around, but for now, we'll do Felidar Retreat. That one seems pretty solid. Tarmogoyf? What? Oh, I've never had that card, but I kind of always wanted it. It's 2-drop. Power equal to the number of card types among cards in all graveyards. Toughness equal to that, +1. Very solid card. I've always seen... When this one got reprinted, people went nuts about it. Swords of Plowshares, that is an awesome one. Just exile creature for 1, they gain life, equal to its power. That's just... Okay, Key to the Archive, 4-drop, ETB tapped. Draft a card from Key to the Archive spellbook. That I'm not familiar with the whole alchemy thing. I think that's one of those. Okay. Yeah, I think Tarmogoyf and Swords to Plowshares are the top 2 here, but I do want to focus on building a early game creature base, so I'm going to go ahead and take Tarmogoyf. That's awesome. So far, Selesnya looks like what we're doing. Oh! And the old Elish Norn. Oh, that's such a good buff, you know? Primal Might's good. I'm not seeing much else. Giver of Runes, that's also really solid, just because give protection. And just walk across. Most times people only have a certain amount of things back to block, and if it's just one color, that's great. You can also use it for combat tricks. Let's see. Ranger of Eos, 4-drop 3/2 ETB. Search your library for up to 2 creature cards with mana value 1 or less. That's not useful. Alright, let's grab the Elish Norn. Looks like we're making a SelesnYAH deck. It's just the first 3 cards though, so we can still switch it up. But we want to make sure that we kind of stick to our idea here. Traditional, we need to use a board, sideboard to kind of get value in those 3 games here. Make sure if we see something that we're not prepared for that we can side in what we need. Rampaging Raptor is good, but we already have 2 white mana, so let's try to stick to that. The Returned King is pretty solid. We'd only be able to use +1/+1 counter target creature and gain 5 life. So that's only so good. Sun Titan, 6-drop, 6/6, vigilance, ETB, or attacks. Return target permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So if we get some enchantment removal and people are destroying those, we can kind of throw those in there. Mirari's Weight, creatures you control get +1/+1 whenever you tap a land for mana, add another. That could be useful, but it is a 5-drop. I think we go with Sun Titan or Thalia. Thalia is a great card. First strike, non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast. That does hurt us too, so I'm going to leave that alone for now. We'll grab Sun Titan. And if it comes back around, we'll grab it. Oh, what? Knight of the Reliquary is awesome. this is one of my favorite cards. Gets +1/+1 for each land in your graveyard, but you can tap, sack a forest or a plains, search for a land card. Doesn't have to be a forest or a plains. So if we get some dually lands, we could fetch those out too. Wow, they got Hallowed Fountain in there too. This is cool. This, I love this cube draft. Let's see. AO the Dawn Sky could be alright, but like I said, we need early game. So I think we're going to stick to SelesnYAH. That's probably the move. Cave of the Frost Dragon. 2 or more other lands enters tapped. For 5 becomes a 3/4 with flying until end of turn. That's not bad. And with Knight of the Relinquery, we can kind of fetch that and build a board state. Blessed Alliance. Escalate so you can do multiple things. If you pay that cost multiple times, you can do more. Gain 4 life. Untap 2 creatures. Target opponent sacrifices an attacking creature. That might be worth grabbing instead of the land. It's an uncommon. Hopefully we'll see more. Voice of Resurgence. Now I know Facebreaker. If you saw the last one, you know I love this card. But we're not doing that. No, Captivating Crew is awesome. Voice of Resurgence, 2-drop 2/2. Whenever an opponent casts a spell during my turn, and when Voice of Resurgence dies, create a green and white elemental creature token with this creature's power and toughness is equal to the number of creatures I control. So we want to pump out a bunch of creatures and kind of build that board. Deeproot Wayfinder, also good with the lands kind of thing. Return a land from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. We could be sacking them with Knight of the Relinquery, but I think we do Voice of Resurgence. Soldier of the Pantheon. Protection from multicolored. Whenever an opponent casts a multicolored spell, gain 1 life. It's 2/1 for 1. Talked about early game stuff. That's exactly what we need. Selfless Spirit came back around. I think that's the grab here. Temple Garden's cool. The mana fixing is definitely something that you want to see, especially with all these double CMC costs. But right now we've got double white, so we're just splashing in a little bit of green. I think we'll be okay. Selfless Spirit's good though. 2/1, sack it. Duskwatch Recruiter. I'm gonna go with the flying. I think the flying's a little bit better than that. Let's see what our curve's at. 3.4. A little high. We got time to kind of lower that down. Swords to Plowshares came back around. Definitely taking that. That's definitely going to be one of our non-creatures. So we've got Philidor Retreat and Swords to Plowshares. Those are our 2 non-creatures right now. Ranger of Eos, 4-drop 3/2. It's the only creature that we can use with what we're doing. Hedron Archive kind of looks interesting, but I'd rather go with the creature. So many good cards to choose from. That's what makes this draft tough. And also, that being said, there's so many angles that people can play and build around that when you go up against somebody, you're like, I mean, normally I would swing here, but knowing what's in rotation with this set kind of makes you think a little bit differently about what plays you're going to do. Thalia came back around. Let's do it. Kenrith, 5/5 for 5. Gain 5 life. +1/+1 counter on a creature. Those are pumpable. I'm going to go with Thalia. Lion Sash is good. Let's go Dawn Sky. Blessed Alliance came back around. Oh, we lucked out with that. Captivating Crew is a great card, but let's move it down for now. Wormcoil. Oh, Adeline. We want a creature-based. Wormcoil is great, though, with the Death Touch. The lifelink creates a 3/3 Death Touch and a 3/3 lifelink when it dies. That's... there's so many good things in the set. Okay, we do have the double white, so we can do Adeline. Wormcoil Engine is great. I like it. But I kind of think we should do Adeline. It's a specific CMC. Some of the white cards came back around. I think we grab Worm Coil and we see if Adeline comes back around. It's tough. All right, what's our CMC? 3-2. Oh, I really want to pick Adeline. I'm gonna grab Worm Coil. We're just gonna hope that Adeline comes back around. Invasion of Gobakon, big fan. Like to see what my opponent's playing and kind of figure out what the next turns are gonna be like. Soon's Intervention, 6-drop instant. That's an expensive one. Create 2/2/2s. Seek a non-land permanent card with mana 3 or value 3 or less. Destroy artifact, destroy enchantment, gain 3 life. Eternal Wanderer, that's pretty powerful Planeswalker, especially for as much of a board state there's going to be. So for each player, choose a creature they control, sacrifice all creatures not chosen this way. So that is pretty powerful, not going to lie. We already have Selfless Spirit, so I think Invasion of Gobakon will kind of help with that, and the +1/+1 counters can really build up a board state. Just hope that Adeline comes back around, because that would make it even better. Sovereign Council Flagship is great. 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker and opponent controls every time it enters or attacks. So I think I'll grab that, and we hope to see Luminarch come back around. Is this, which Vivian is this? Reveal a creature or land, put it in your hand, okay. Destroy artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. Creatures get +2/+2 vigilance, trample, and indestructible. That's nice. But we don't have double forest, so we kind of want to stick away from that. Alright. Flagship. Day of Judgment, little board wipe action, never hurt. Yeah, I think that's what we do. And then if this comes back around, hopefully we get Beastcaller. For sure. Beastcaller or Clarion Spirit. Those look like they would help. Alright, board wipe. I think that's our 6. Yeah, we got 6 non-creature spells, so anything that we get for that we'll have to kind of replace. I'm either going to go Ozolith here or Dawnbringer. I kind of like Dawnbringer. Do we have 5 drops? We got 2. Whew. Okay, so Dawnbringer, 5-drop, 5/5, flying, first strike, lifelink. Other angels get +1/+1 and have lifelink. I don't think we have any other angels. We don't have any. That being said, if I get Ozolith, alright, I think Ozolith is better. And we just hope to see Dawnbringer come back around. Okay. Really, Conduit of Worlds lets us play lands from the graveyard. Meh. One drop, 2/1 enlist. When it enlist creates enlist a creature you get a boon with when your next creature spell enters with a +1/+1. Okay, so we kind of have like a +1/+1 counter thing going on. Valorous Stance is also awesome. Oh, Luris the Dream Den. This is an awesome card. 3-drop, 3/2. I get to play something for 2 or less each one of my turns. And it's got lifelink. Tiziana's Command. Shield. Alright, so first I'll click this. Shield of Argive. During your turn, opponents can't cast spells. Okay. When it attacks, create X 1/1 colorless artifact creature tokens where X is the number of soldiers. I like Luris. I like the playability. Being able to play. We've got a lot of lower CMC cards. That could be very useful, especially with Selfless Spirit. Sack it, give indestructible, play it again, sack it, give indestructible. Oh, I remember this card. Craterhoof Behemoth, 5/5 haste, enters battlefield, creatures you control gain trample and get +X, where X is the number of creatures you control, so that could be a very strong late game. We don't have that many forest going on, but that could be very strong. Lingering Souls. Can't flash it back, though. What else are we going to pick from this, though? We'll pick it for now. Probably not going to use it. So many good cards. This is just pack 2. Still plenty of good stuff to get. Wow, she came back around. We'll grab that.
Try to best
Now, Explore. That might have been better just for the lands entering to kind of ramp, but I kind of like the playability here. Creates tokens. Get to blink something. Artifact or creature. Still good. 3.5. Ooh, getting high. Gotta lower that down if you can. Okay. Worn Power Stone. It's some kind of ramp. I guess we picked that. Nothing here that we can use. What's the best card? Flash 5/6, ETB, Instant Sorcery. Oh, without paying its mana cost. 4-drop. I think it's this one. There's nothing that you can pick. Sometimes it's better to pick what you think is the best card so that other people don't get it. Some people like to just pick whatever the best card is, just to have it and build a collection. Not sure how I feel about that. This card is disgusting. Let's get that out of the rotation. I guess we'll go for the creature. And what do we get stuck with? ETB, sacrifice land, then conjure 2 of those cards. That's kind of neat. Intrepid Adversary, so good. That might be even better because of the +1/+1 counters. And we just hope to see that come back around. Skyclave Apparition, 4 or less. So you get to exile until it leaves, then they get an illusion with that power toughness equal to its mana value. Alright, so we either do Adversary, we do Temple here, which I think this is good. Honestly, I think that's good. 3-drop, it creates a 1/1, taps for mana, so it is a 3 kind of mana producing, and then put +1/+1 counters out. We already got, you know, Ozolith. That's kind of like the thing here. Titan of Industry is solid. Bushwhack. This is great. Search for a basic land or target creature fights. Alright, so let's grab Titan of Industry. We're at a 3/5. Not everything in there we're gonna keep. Seed of the Empire, what is it? 4 damage? Yeah, 4 damage. And that's attacking or blocking? Yeah. I think Titan of Industry is the pull here. Just because it's got life gain, it's got creature protection, destroy artifact or enchantment, or shield counters. We'll do that, and we will hope to see Bushwhack come back around. Or Seed of the Empire. Either one. Okay, nothing early game except Restoration of Iganjo. Tireless Pilgrim. Exile top 3. You may pay them without paying their mana costs. That's disgusting. If anybody's playing a 5 color, they're probably gonna rocket this event. Yeah, let's grab that. Ganjo. 2-drop, 1/2 double strike. Spells cast from among cards you draw this turn cost 1 less to cast. Spells cast among cards your opponents draw this turn cost 1 more. Ooh. Now that is good. But Lotus Cobra and Oracle of Moldiah are better. Lotus Cobra all day. All day Lotus Cobra. Love that. That's so good with Evolving Wilds, Terramorphic Expanse, because play it, get mana. Land comes in the battlefield, get another mana. Like, so good. Now it's better with those sack lands, but The other Elish Norn. Do we grab that? It's really the only other one that we could play. Grim Lavamancer. Oh man, I remember one event I went to a draft when I was at college, and I just wanted to. I was just so done with class and everything. I was like, I'm just gonna draft 1-drops, and I got 2 of those and a bunch of other good 1-drops, and I made a 5-color 1-drop deck that I went undefeated in that, and was like, yo, what just happened? How did that work so well? It wasn't like all 1-drops, but it was, I want to say 80% 1-drops. Okay, Amir's Call, great. That's extremely late game. Probably not going to get value out of it. Sarah Paragon, my girl. This card is amazing. If you've seen me play, you know I love this card, so I gotta pick her. I got it. Alright. CMC average 3.6. Still, that's pretty high. We'll probably knock out some of these higher ones. What? Archangel Avacyn, 5-drop 4/4 flash, flying, vigilance. E2B creatures get indestructible, so that's kind of a theme that we're doing here. When a non-angel creature you control dies, transform it, 3 damage to everything else, and each opponent. That's so cool. It's either that or Cursor. Now, we don't have double forest until turn... We don't. We have triple at turn 7, so that's the move. Archangel Avacyn. Ugh, the other Elish Norn? Do we really get all the Elish Norns? That's kind of funny. Alright. Elvish Reclaimer, +2/+2, 3 more lands. Cool, sack land. Sword of Fire and Ice. Protection from red and blue. It's either Elish Norn or... I'm going to grab the Elish Norn. Could have gotten protection from red and blue, but I don't think it's crazy. Skyclave, definitely good. What is this? ETB create 2/3/3 golems. Oh. No, that doesn't seem like a good idea. It says you copy the spells for each golem that it could target. I don't see that being good. What is the best card here? I think it's this one. We'll do that. A Wildborn Preserver. Kind of like that. Ooh, Simian Simulacrum. Probably didn't say that right. Or pronounce that right. Purphoros' Intervention. That's solid. Denjitsu. I don't think people are going to do that. Whatever. We'll do that. Charming Prince. Bloodbraid Elf. That card's awesome. So, first thing we're going to do is we are going to look at the list, remove all of the non-creatures, curate the creature list down to about 17, and then add in whatever complements that creature list. Just trying to make sure the lands are pretty good and CMC is as low as we can get it. Average CMC 3/4, 17 creatures. I mean, I'll have to revisit this. Definitely want Ozolith. Definitely want Defends the Temple. Board wipe seems pretty strong. I need 3 more. I think Flagship, it's a 6/5 flyer, crew 3, so you can get it out pretty early. And then we need 2 more. 3.4 CMC. I think Eternal Wanderer. For each player, choose a creature. I mean, that's kind of neat. If it gets crazy late game, you can just be like, nope, you just get the 1. And I either Gobakon or Swords to Plowshares. I'm kind of leaning Gobakon just because I plan on swinging with a bunch of creatures, and +1/+1 counters is a thing in the deck, so that every turn that could make it crazy. Average CMC 3-5. Oof. But we do have a good creature list that we could sub in. So if we see something that's not working, we could throw these big ones in. Mainly plains, little bit of forest. The lands I think are fine. I think it would be really good if I could find a way to work in Craterhoof. 5/5 haste. I know it's an 8-drop, but it could be very... I mean, creatures you control gain trample and get +X/+X. So if I have 4 creatures out, ETB, creatures get +5/+5 because he would be the 5th one. And trample. That's gotta be hard to work around. We don't have anything with double strike, unfortunately. But I could take out Wormcoil and put that in. And I think that would be cool. Let's see what that does. It only brings it up 0.1, but the value. It's a tough call. I think Craterhoof will help us a lot. Alright, so one last review here. Let's check our mana symbols. We've got double white all day. And then triple green by turn 8. So hopefully we get to that point. Special lands, nothing really except for Cave of the Frost Dragon. So we got 9 and 8. I think we could definitely try that. Oh, we forgot to put Felidar Retreat in. Doi. Alright, let's take that out. Non-creature is 6. Let's take a non-creature out. Maybe we take out Invasion of Gobakon. I mean, it's a solid turn 2. That's a tough call. Creature list 17. Now this is basically a creature. It creates one turn 3. When you play it, it creates a creature. And then it flips to 1 later. So that's kind of like a double, even though it's a non-creature. So maybe we just take out another creature. Alright, so this has to enlist to do what it's trying to do. I think maybe we take that out. When you cast your next creature, it enters with a +1. I mean, that is valuable. But he has to swing. I'm going to get rid of that. Alright, so creature list 16. Non-creatures 7. I don't like doing that, but... defends the temple, creates our creature. I'm going to count that. And then if it makes it to the Saga 3, then it makes another one. So I'm going to say that's 17. Curve 3.7. Wow, we went up there. Yikes. But we do have a pretty solid early game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 2 or less. And 12 3 or less. It's pretty good. I think that's nice. Alright, so I know 17 is like a hard minimum, but I'm going to count it because of defends the temple. Because this one says, on step 1, creates a 1/1 human monk that taps for mana. 1, I like that, because that'll help us get out the Craterhoof. But I also like that it gives +1/+1 counters, and it can add +1/+1 counters to anything else that I play with excess mana. So I like that. And then if you do that to enough, because a +1/+1 counter counts as a modified creature, that'll get +5/+5, and it's flying. So, I mean, I think we roll with that. That's going to do it for the build. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate it. And as always, watch these games, get those gains, and walk those planes. Until next time, deckheads, keep it easy.